Hey guys, it's Sarah here. This time I don't have a towel on my head, but I am rocking an awesome cold sore, I guess. Never had one of those, but this is real life and it is what it is. So anyway, I know if you guys have been watching our videos this week, then you know that we've been talking about marriage since Mark and I have been alone this week. We got to go to camp in Mississippi and now we have some foster care training tomorrow and Saturday, and then I'm gonna go get the kiddos. But we've had several questions that have been coming from our videos, and let me see, hold on. Trying to see my new shirt. Happy. Got that at the Duck Dynasty. Anyway, so one of the questions we've gotten actually a couple of different times has been about being unequally yoked or being married to someone who is not a believer in Jesus. And that is tricky. And obviously we don't have that issue in our marriage. We're both believers, but I think we've learned some things just about our own walk as believers to help address this particular issue. First off, it's rough. I can't imagine that would be an easy task to be married to someone who shares different beliefs than you do. But I would say that you definitely need to pray for that person. Obviously, I'm sure that's something you already do. If you're a believer in Jesus, you want those who aren't to be. I mean, that's kind of the whole, make disciples, go and tell the world about me, Great Commission thing. Sorry. Anyway, so prayer is obviously, a huge thing. But besides that, or as well as that, I think you really have to focus on living your Christian walk. And I know that might be easier said than done if you're living with a non-believer, but ultimately you're going to have to give an account for your life, and they will have to give an account for theirs. And so while you make sure that they know the gospel, that you tell them about Jesus, you also have to show them. And you do that by living your life for the Lord. I think our actions sometimes speak way louder than our words do. And so, being loving and patient and kind and full of grace and mercy and forgiveness towards your spouse, even when they totally don't deserve it, because that's the way Jesus is with us. We don't deserve his grace and his forgiveness and mercy, but he offers it abundantly to us anyway. It's going to be hard. There's no easy equation, do this, and this, and your spouse will get saved. The Holy Spirit has to draw them and has to tug at their heart, for that to happen. But you can definitely live your life in obedience. We heard this week from Donnie at camp that obedience is our highest form of worship. And so you can love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love your spouse as yourself. And you can do that even though you might not feel like it most days. And my last video I did just alone, we talked about our love and it being a choice. And most likely the world is going to think you're crazy for sticking around in a situation where you might not get the respect or the love that you would from a Christian spouse. It's hard, it's not an easy path, but like the quote that Mark's posted and talked about in one of our other videos, how do you know you're married to the right person? You look at the marriage certificate. You're married to this person, and unless they want to leave, the Bible states, if an unbelieving spouse wants to leave the marriage, obviously you can't stop them from doing that. But as far as it depends on you, you can stick with it, and you can love that person wholeheartedly. You can leave your expectations to Jesus and not your spouse, because we're all sinners, but an unbelieving spouse will definitely probably fail you more than what a believing spouse would. And it's hard, but I would urge you not to quit. I would urge you to press on, to run this race. This is, whether you were unbelieving when you married this person, or whether you chose to marry someone that didn't believe, and now you're facing those consequences. You are in this season for a purpose, and hopefully that purpose is to see your spouse come to know the Lord. But even if that's not the case, you can still be faithful. You can still be obedient. But again, I can't promise you rainbows and sunshine, and that your marriage is just going to be everything that you want it to be. Even in believing marriages, with two believers, that doesn't always happen. And so I would just urge you to be patient and loving. Practice your faith. Walk it out in front of your spouse. Love them. And, like we talked about in our divorce video, don't even let that word be in your vocabulary. Don't even let that be an option for you. Be all in, just no matter what happens, know that you are doing what the Lord wants of you. So regardless of what they choose to do, you're being obedient and you're being faithful. And that's really all that we can do when we're in that type of relationship, is to do our very best to glorify God in how we live our life and how we love our spouse, regardless of what they do in return. And again, that's crazy to the world, because the world tells you that you deserve to be happy, that you deserve to have everything that you want and to feel in love. But love is not a feeling, love is a choice. And you chose to marry this person, and now you should continue to choose to be married to this person and to love this person and to prayerfully seek the Lord, and just beg him, cry out to him for that person's salvation. So that's in a nutshell how my viewpoint on that. I'm not sure if Mark will add his, or maybe we'll come together and talk about it some more as well. But anyway, praying for you guys. Love you. Thank you for your comments, your encouragement, and we will talk soon. Bye.
If you're wondering what's next for the Williams family, please click the subscribe button on the left of the screen.
If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and leave a comment down below.
If you really like this video, check out some of our other videos and share with your friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Bye!